Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Lisa Bassini, I'm the baking coach, and today we are making Gingerbread Express. In this bowl, I have 1.5 sticks of butter, 1/4 cup of molasses, and the secret weapon, a tiny bit of orange extract, some brown sugar. So I'm gonna mix this up. Mix, mix, mix. Oh, a little hard. You can use a hand mixer if you want. I'm toughing it out though today. The trick here is make sure your butter is at room temperature. It's not melted, just room temperature. Now I'm gonna add to this 1 egg. Boop. Mix and mix and mix. Now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. I'm gonna start this with my spatula, but then I'm gonna use my hands. I always find the best way to mix cookie doughs is with your hands. Go. Squeeze this together and it will form a dough. Make sure to get everything combined. It's really, really important. What's great about this dough is that it's ready to go as soon as you're done mixing it. It comes together pretty quickly, which it has. Got our dough. You see the dough, it's a little, depending upon, measuring always, but it should be enough that it holds together. If it feels a little sticky, add a little flour when you're rolling, but don't add the flour now. Got our nice dough here. So I'm going to push the dough together just like that. I've got some extra flour here for rolling. Give it a little coat. This dough's gonna be soft. If it feels too soft, put it in the fridge for just a few minutes, but it shouldn't. It should be ready to roll. Every day is different in baking. Unfortunately, I can't control the weather, but if I could, I would, especially on days I wanna bake. So I'm just gonna roll that dough. You see how soft it is? It rolls out real nicely and easily. You wanna leave these cookies about 1/4 inch thick. Let me get my sheet pan. I'm quickly running out of room. You wanna always put these on the pan, 1 to 2 inches apart. Cut it, very soft, but definitely cuttable. Cut another. Let me cut this crazy looking gingerbread person out. Here we go. I like to squeeze the metal cutters and then just drop it. I love that trick. And now I'm gonna make a jumbo gingerbread man. Gingerbread people come in all shapes and sizes, just like us. Got this ginormous one. Let's put some flour. If your dough feels dry, please don't add any more flour. Mine's just perfect. Ta-da! Jumbo. Okay, cutting that out. You know what? This one I am going to bake off for another workshop that I have. And that one is a jumbo gingerbread man. $3.75, about 10 minutes. For a crispier cookie, go 12 minutes. But we are going to do the traditional 10 minutes. Here's a trick. When you're done with your metal cookie cutters, wash them. And then before you turn your oven off when you're done baking, or when you turn your oven off, after you get done washing them, put them right in the oven with your cookies and they'll never rust. So that's a great little tip. Also, don't let them hang out in the sink. When you wash them, dry them. They rust very, very quickly. I have a pound of confectionery sugar in here. Gonna add to that 1/2 teaspoon of clear vanilla. Then water. We are going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tablespoons of water. This is your sugar glaze. If I was doing this and I was going to ingest this, I would be washing my hands because I touched raw cookie dough. I'm gonna put some gloves on because I don't want to touch the sugar glaze and have raw cookie dough on my hands. That would be very, very bad. At this stage, I should be washing my hands. But once again, that makes for a very boring show. We are not going to do that. So that is 6, and with 6, it's absorbed almost all of the water. But I want to reserve some stiff icing for a pastry bag so I could use it to pipe on decorations. I added 1 more tablespoon of water. That's 8. Still nice and super stiff. I'm gonna pretend this is a pastry bag. My pastry bags are in the other room. I'm going to put into that some of this super stiff icing so that we can use it to pipe on faces. Put that to the side. So we have 8. This would be 9. So you really want to just go slowly with this and gauge by, the texture. You need this to be a bit more smooth because what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give this a shine coat onto your cookies. And your cookies before you pipe really should be dry. So I'm gonna take some cookies that I baked the other day, one of those men-shaped cookies or person. I'm gonna dip it, and then I'm just gonna run my finger over it to give it a nice sheen. Just like, kind of like wax on, wax off. For those of you that are my age would know what movie that came from. So this is just to give it a nice thin coat. If you want it to be even thinner than that, add in a little more water. You can do that, then it can be even thinner. And this is gonna change the whole appearance of the cookie. And now see how much easier it kind of slides off your cookie? My cousin does this and very, very thin. So I'm gonna show you the difference. And then you can choose what level of thinness you want for your gingerbread person. Here's one with a thinner icing, super thin. And this is one with a little thicker. See the dramatic difference that is? All right, I'm gonna take these gloves off and I'm gonna use the real super thinner one. And I've got my thick icing here. If you wanted to put sprinkles on, you would do it as soon as you dip them, or any kind of candy or anything. You know, use your imagination, use things around the house that you have. Anything can be a topping, other types of candy, or you can also use, like I said, some sprinkles. So I'm gonna cut a tiny little hole, just a tiny little hole, just so that I have some, probably a little too big. So I'm gonna just put 1, 2 little drops for eyes. Now this is gonna slide a little because my cookie's not dry. You could also use a little toothpick. I'm gonna make a little mouth. My bottom isn't dry, so that's why this is dripping a little. And then you can squeeze out some to make little garnishes on your cookies, just like that. The thicker you make this, the more control you'll have over your icing, but because the bottom's wet still, it's kind of still drying. But that's what you would use this for, the thicker icing. Just enjoy these cookies. They're just so delicious. My name is Lisa Bassini. I'm the baking coach. To find out more about the baking coach, log on to bakingcoach.com. I hope you enjoyed the Gingerbread Express. Have an awesome day, everyone. Happy holidays. Enjoy. Bye-bye.